And now we are live!
Greetings and salutation, adventurers.
Oh, I need to tweak.
Sounded very,
Deckard Cain there for a second. Stay a while and listen.
I wish I was that cool.
To the grinding gears. Well, hey gang, how's everybody doing? Oh, Smalls, can you do an audio check for us real quick and make sure we don't sound crazy?
Or like super soft.
Yeah, because we had some audio issues last time that I had to tweak. But hopefully it saved the settings from last time. It may not have, though, so I wanted to check.
So I'm wearing my Mothman shirt.
Nice. What does it
glows
say?
in the dark. Let's see. In this corner, we have you seen ... And then down this way, it says the Mothman.
Nice. We're good? Okay, cool.
Terror from the skies.
Small says we sound good, so we're good to go.
Good.
Mine says living my best life. And it's got a skeleton on it.
I'm wearing a Spirited Away hoodie I bought at the thrift store.
Nice.
Yeah. Mal is hiding.
Because best hoodie ever.
Mal has gone to space!
Very nice.
Oh, Darth Smalls, my favorite Sith Lord.
Alrighty, well, we are good.
Oh no, there's furious typing.
Oh no.
Yay! We're good! Everybody, take that as validation. Everyone is good.
Yay!
Alright.
Hey.
So there.
Alright.
Smalls proposed it and I second it.
So for anybody tuning in who was not here last week, one of our players is off on an adventure doing a play. So we have pivoted to an alternate party, which we are affectionately calling the Monster Hunters, because they all belong to a Monster Hunters guild. And all of these people are also influencers in the real world. So they're players within the game Chronicles of Avara. And we have a new player with us today, in Kristen. But first, I think I'd like to start out with our adventurers from last time, who were rapidly fleeing on their horses, after meeting a very fluffy, feathered baby dragon.
Yeah, we noped very hard away from the ranch.
I mean, only for like the first half a mile or so, but as soon as that farm was out of sight, Kyle absolutely stopped fleeing and started riding as majestically as he possibly could.
Of course. I mean, with hair that magnificent, you have to, bask in it. Yeah. It's the rules. It's fantasy rules.
Since we're here, last time the audio was a little fuzzy. I'll probably go update it later. But would you reintroduce what your characters look like?
Ah, yes. My character is named Pockets. Pockets looks like a gray Scottish fold with big orange eyes, like pumpkin orange eyes, and is pretty much dressed like Snake from Metal Gear. A big, broad headband, not dramatic, flowing in the back or anything, but all the military pockets you could possibly imagine on a outfit and pockets it's wearing it.
Heck
to
yeah.
put it simply.
My character is definitely for show. He's a dark elf. He's got dusty purple skin, long, shining silver hair, perfectly polished armor, dark blue tabard with the sigil of the royal house of the Drow on it. fancy sword, shield with like matching the whole nine. He's real pretty. And has about as many brain cells as that implies.
And that may be
So-
generous, ladies and gentlemen. And
I don't know, those
Smalls,
brain
would you
cells
give a
come in
quick
handy.
rundown of your character?
Archibald Buttehart. Looks like he jumped out of a shoujo manga from the 70s. Curly blonde hair that curls around a singular spiral horn on his forehead. White long pony ears, white tufts of fur at his elbows, and white, very feathery, very fuzzy horse legs that start at his waist, along with a very fluffy unicorn tail. Big pink eyes, like big pink anime eyes.
That's
He
Sparkle's-
has weapons, but you mostly see the strap of pouches for cool rocks and cool moss he finds. And he just loves monsters and wants to pet every single one. To the detriment of his own well-being.
Yes. And everyone is riding horses.
Reginald.
Reginald is absolutely smitten with Archibald. The other two horses do not care about their riders in the slightest. But
It's a tragedy.
Smalls rolled a nat 20 last session on if their horse liked them or not, and the fact of the natural 20 is that yes, we reward natural 20s in this household, ladies and gentlemen. So that horse absolutely loves Archibald Buttehart, and they are best friends.
We're bonded.
And it is
I'm
a
gonna buy
very
this horse.
large black horse, as I recall. Very goth, very imposing, who loves his little unicorn rider.
Defends to the death.
The dark grumpy one loves the bright sunshiny one.
Yeah.
What? In a
Yes.
Smalls character? Never.
Couldn't be.
It's a novel trope. Let's go.
All right. But you guys are heading back to the Monster Hunters Guild to try and get some backup for your quest, or something to that effect. What do you guys think you're heading back for?
I think we're heading back to collect our fucking reward because we found out what it was. We have the intel.
Collect anyway.
Not my job. Not my job.
In the description, it says we just don't know what it is.
Find out
what it is. It didn't
what
say
is
deal with it.
making these cows disappear.
And we found out technically.
We found out.
Also, I was a fish at one point.
You were.
You were.
And we've learned that you can treat baby dragons like cats.
Yes.
As long as they still have their feathers.
Right, we don't have any non-feathered data
Yet.
yet.
The night is young.
The night is young. Almost as young as that fledgling.
Almost.
The baby.
The baby. We didn't want to hurt the baby. He was
Just a
trying to
little
live his
guy.
life. He's just a little guy
The little hungry
Granted.
guy.
with scales that was tough enough to file down a cat folks's nails almost to the quick. So
Oh yeah, you gotta get like a manicure or something.
yeah. Pockets was distressed. And we'll probably need to look into a better weapon that's not their claws. Though they probably did have weapons at one point, they just forgot to use them.
You
They
should
weren't sure
have-
which pocket they
You
put
should
them in.
have at least 2 basic weapons from starting, because you're allowed to have 2 and then an item. So you do have weapons. You just decided to use your claws, and it backfired.
Listen.
Yes, tremendously.
Now we know piercing and slashing might not be the way to go. We might know a guy with a bludgeoning means. We might know a guy.
We might know a guy.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
So we're currently riding back. I say we report in our findings and be like, yo, we did our job. Please pay us what is owed.
Please.
Please pay us what is owed.
Money.
Okay. So you guys take your time to ride back. Again, it's not too far out of town, so you get back fairly quickly. It's, maybe an hour or two ride on horseback back to the Monster Hunter Guild. And you can head on in.
You two head in. I gotta see the stable master about something.
He wants to keep the horse.
You dang right I want to keep the horse. Little known fact, both Smalls and my character are recovering horse girls, and this is awesome. So I'm going to try and keep the horse.
You live your best life, man. It's all good.
That's the point of the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Who wants to go first? We got two separate scenes going on. Who wants to go? Do we want to do trying to get paid first, or we want to do trying to keep the horse first?
Whoa. Trying to get paid? You just tip your head there a little bit, DM?
I think just for that, we're gonna go collect.
and for the sake of keeping the party together, I will do this afterwards so I can be with the party so we can confirm that we all went and did it.
Because it wasn't going to be a big deal until somebody said, trying to get paid.
And everyone went bet.
Okay, so you guys head on in.
Limber up here,
ready.
loosey goosey.
Limbering
right.
up. Water, just lubricate.
We're all stretched out. All right, let's go.
All right.
What do you do?
Alright. So, refresh my memory. When we took the job, we took the missive with the details on it with us.
Yes, and it was
Correct,
copied
or is that just
into
in our logs?
your player journals as well.
Heck yeah. So, assumedly, the same place we said, hey, we're taking this job, would be where we go to turn in the job, as video game logic would tell me. So, are we gonna go literally for the same person that talked to you first?
Okay, the bartender.
To hand it in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you go right back up to the same bartender, and he says, "Hey guys, what can I get you?"
We finished this quest. We come talk to you about that, or?
Oh, usually you go talk to the boss.
Awesome, thanks. Go talk to the boss.
Boss, he kind of gestures upstairs to the upstairs.
Sitting behind the desk is a little yellow frog. No.
Cat would lose it if I did that. Absolutely would lose their mind.
Boss has just been slowly working his way into the, dark underworld of the city.
Oh no, this
Nova's
guild is way
long
above
lost
board.
problem.
Like, this is the guild that you go to when you got a pest control problem, essentially, for the world.
And that's why he's the frog father, not the godfather.
But it's not like our boss, it's like instead of yellow, it's like green, and instead of like Bossa Nova had honey lemon, it's Bossa Nova sugar lime.
Hey, I like that.
Cilantro lime.
So you guys head upstairs, and as you get upstairs, there is a very large semicircular desk that's got different things spread out upon it, and there's like little trophies and things like that. And behind it is a very large bear, who is the leader of this branch of the Monster Hunters Guild.
Oh, big boss.
And he is
Okay.
wearing very not super fancy armor, but armor that's seen quite a few quests from what you can tell. He almost wears it as a badge of pride. His armor is well taken care of, but is definitely seen a few scuffles for sure.
Archibald immediately tamping down the desire to ask for a hug, because that's a big bear. Probably gives great hugs.
If
But
not
that was
for
not the
anything,
time.
friend shaped. Yes.
But it's business hours, not hug hours.
Not hug hours. Oh no.
We're proud of you for the restraint.
Testing me, man. And it's written over his face like that. His emotions are an open book, so you watch it play across those features. Just, please.
Actually,
Please.
go ahead, you guys, and give me just like a quick roll on your d20 to see if you notice some details about this dude.
14.
13.
I don't know if I want to root for an actual roll or a comedy roll from this dice, 'cause those are the only two I get. A 9, solidly in the middle.
Okay, so all of you notice that this man is missing his right arm. From about midway up his between his elbow and his shoulder, the arm is a stub rather than being a long arm. He's not wearing any sort of prosthetic. Is gone.
It's casual day.
Those of you that rolled slightly higher can notice that there are also some like facial scars and different scars around his body, indicating more scuffles, more history there. And that he is also wearing an eye that is not his actual normal eye. He's missing one of his eyes, and he's wearing a bright green emerald that's been polished into a sphere as an eye.
Oh,
I've gotten a little too into this character, because my immediate follow-up question was going to be, whose eye is it?
It's the Emerald Isle. Yes.
Like, oh, if I know my luck and I know my tropes, those all happen because of a dragon or small things in his head.
Yeah, Pox's. I had a similar thought for Pockets, like, oh, please don't be a dragon hater.
Please don't be a dragon injuries.
So Kyle's gonna take the opportunity to do that classic anime, like, gentle elbow to kind of nudge Archibald out of his must hug friend now. See if we can get him to be the face of the group, so Kyle could just keep posing.
Oh no. Wait, if you're the one posing, does that make you the face and me the voice? I don't know if I like this.
Yeah.
Oh no. I gotta do stuff. Okay.
We're just three characters in a trench coat.
Where's the lie? Because
I don't know, but there's the eye.
Oh.
Okay. Takes the paper and is like nudged out of the stupor, and it looks like does the full body shake, like the tail even like does a little like gibbly fluff.
Mm-hmm.
And did we knock before we got in here?
There's no door. He's out in the
Or did
open.
we just okay.
oh,
So basically,
But also,
so this
No.
room, as you recall, the whole building is octagonal, which may not have been easily hearable in the earlier episodes. So let me set the stage. Everything is wood. It's very warm and cozy, and it's about 3 stories high. The top floor is like storage and things like that. It's mostly like an attic, but the second floor is kind of a balcony area with lots of side rooms for people to like stay in, so people who need places to stay can stay there that are part of the guild. And he's got his desk set up at the top of the stairs. The stairs kind of go around in a circle. The bar is under the stairs, and then his desk is above those stairs, so when you come up the stairs you have to go past his desk.
Okay. But Archibald, not wanting to be rude, despite the fact that it is an open doorway, knocks, but his version of knocking is to just clop his hooves a couple of times to like get the boss's attention.
Amazing.
It's like you're missing limbs and parts. There's probably a PTSD situation going on there. I'm not gonna surprise you. Clop, clop, clop.
He says,
Very wise.
He looks up at you with one pupilless eye that is just round emerald, and one normal eye, and says, "Can I help you?"
Hi. Yes, I'm just here to turn in a job. May I come closer?
Of course.
What'd you say, Vic? I didn't hear you.
Of course.
I don't know why he's holding his player journal to his chest like it's gonna protect him.
It will not. This man
But-
is 7.5 feet tall. He's
No. I didn't say what from. Honestly, holding his player journal to his chest. He goes, Hi. Yeah, so, we took the job that was to find out what was killing, the farmer's cows, a ways away. And, well, we have information to report. Took a bit of time, but we figured out it's actually a very young dragon.
I see.
And it didn't say anything about handling the problem. It just said find out what the problem is. So we're here to turn that in.
Okay. You got the slip?
On a scale of 1 to 20, Kyle flashes his 17th most winning link charm. Smile.
On the D20.
Can Kyle turn left?
Yeah.
Can Kyle turn left?
He holds out his hand for the assignment that you had taken.
Digs it out, hands it right over.
And he reads what's on the slip, which is just a short thing. It says 100 gold, locate missing cattle near Crest Farm outside of Starlight City. And he goes, okay, you located the cows?
Yes. They
Yes.
are inside the baby dragon.
And I found part of one in the
Mostly.
cow pond.
Okay.
They have
And,
been
You know, did
they
you
have been systematically eaten.
did you take care of the dragon?
Well, if you look in the fine print, it does not say anything about taking care of the dragon. So, and it's also young. So we were but 3 people. We're a little short-staffed. So, no. Wasn't
think-
in the job description to deal with it, just to answer the question.
The charming smile is still at a 15.
Oh no,
I'm
it's dropped.
just gonna keep rolling through this.
Can I
But it's
try?
still not a 10!
I would like to roll for big fuck all anime eyes.
If you want
in this
to,
moment.
just know that failure would be unhelpful to you.
Everything's unhelpful to us right now.
True.
That's 19 though.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 for big anime. Don't hurt me eyes.
Dude,
Hayes,
these
Hayes,
dice
do you wanna
want
throw one
this
in
to
too?
be in, like,
Customer service eyes.
the most shoujo protagonist ever. Like, this is an episode of One Piece. I swear to God.
This is an episode of Sailor Moon. Okay.
They're the same show.
Hayes, did you want to roll for baby doll eyes as well, or?
I rolled a 20.
God damn.
So
We might not be able to do anything else. We're too pretty to die. We are too pretty to die.
Like
Uh,
as a whole.
Pockets doesn't really flash the big anime eyes, but definitely a
Pump those ears.
Puss in Boots kind of expression.
Okay, that's what I was picturing too.
If,
So this bear,
with the
You're-
much of his face covered, but still.
this bear, which you have come up to, looks down at all three of you, and his expression goes from "There is no way I'm paying you because you're in a Monster Hunters Guild and you didn't kill the monster." Like, like you just went.
But it's not a Monster Killers Guild, it's a Monster Hunters Guild. Monster hunted.
Monster Catch and Release Guild, maybe?
But he looks
There we
down
go.
at your faces and all your baby doll eyes, and he goes, "Ugh, okay, fine."
Thank you.
Oh no.
Yes, Mel?
Yeah.
Nope. Just imagining the end of this relationship with Archibald and like the boss inevitably getting together in a relationship and Archibald just being the brattiest of bottoms.
Listen, you don't gotta read me to Phil on the second episode.
Okay.
On the second episode.
Before we get derailed. Okay. So
Anyway.
he says, "Okay, look, I know you guys are new. Normally the implication is you handle the problem. You don't just figure out what the problem is, but you're new. I'm going to give it to you this time. We are going to have to put this job back on the board. I will put better text in so that we know going forward, you know. But here you guys go." And he hands you a bag of 100 gold. Which is...
Just passes it immediately to Pockets.
We're
Pockets,
never going
pockets.
to see that again.
on a serious business related note, it was a juvenile. It was a baby. Still had its hatchling feathers. Can't it just be relocated?
Sure, if you can relocate it.
You wouldn't happen to know anyone with that sort of expertise of monster relocation, would you? Because, as you said, I'm still new. Making connections is important.
I mean, there's different ways you
no
can do
idea.
it. You know, did you try talking to it?
No, it
Big
We
tried
interrupted
shake
its
up.
mealtime. It was. We interrupted its mealtime. It was not ready to talk.
It might have been too young. You said, how would you describe this baby dragon? He kind of hunches forward listening to you like this.
Ronan just takes a step back. It's your time to shine, my dude.
When you lean forward,
it's very Studio Ghibli. Like his head is like eye level and his shoulders are up here. Like,
how dare you? Archibald fully does the. It was bigger than all of us.
naturally.
It was eating whole cows, and it
Fluffy.
was very fluffy. Like I said, it still had feathers.
Okay.
It was very easy to distract. Like it didn't seem any more sentient than a typical animal. But one thing it was able to do was it was snatching these cows without making a sound at all. So it was clearly already capable of hunting. But it was still fluffy, still had feathers.
Yeah, most dragons hatch with the instinct to hunt. That's not abnormal. It is a fairly large dragon, so for it to be that far, down out of the mountains is surprising. But, things happen. Sometimes dragons lay their eggs in weird places, or a nest shifts and there's a rock slide and it winds up somewhere it's not supposed to be. Or, there's all, fledgling dragons, they, jump out of the nest sometimes, and that's a very bird-like thing, and, some dragons are very bird-like, so, it found a source of food, and it sounds like it's hanging out there. Unusual that it started with cows, but maybe it's,
Well,
just
the
getting
interesting
bigger.
thing was when we were investigating the farm, there was obviously a cow pond, and when we investigated the pond and the freak that fed into it, there was a leg of a cow, but there was also the carcass of a wolf. So it might not have necessarily started on cows,
Oh,
but
okay.
cows are obviously like slower, dumber, easier to catch. So if it's just acting as a predator, it's going to go for the easier to get meal.
Very true. My guess is just based on experience with other dragons. It probably isn't one of the kinds of dragons that they stay in a community. It's probably one of the more solitary species of dragons. Um,
Yeah.
my assumption is that it probably followed the source of food that it was eating off of. So it might have been that it was picking off wolves one by one, and then the wolves went closer to cows, and then the cows became the new source of food.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So in theory, would you consider this job complete if we were able to successfully relocate the young dragon, possibly reunite it with a kind of herd, or at least get it to hunting grounds that don't involve eating someone's cattle?
Yeah, if you could relocate it, I will. I will pay you again for your quest because we're gonna have to put it back up on the board either way.
Awesome. Thank you. I have run out of questions. If either of my teammates would like to step up with any of theirs, now's the time.
Really? You're really gonna throw it to the floor like that? That's your plan?
Okay.
Listen, he's so big. He's so big. I'm weak. Someone take over, please.
It's okay, Archie. Come
I
here.
think I switched to private chat, not world chat with that one.
I rolled a 10
What?
because he didn't hear you. I did roll for it though.
Oh.
I appreciate you.
So,
Well,
do
my
you
question.
have any suggestions for how we should go about this sort of job?
Well, what do
Like,
what are
people
your
to
classes? What do you guys
bring?
do?
I'm a naturalist. I turn
Okay.
into a fish to investigate the pond.
Yeah.
Don't get eaten by the dragon. How about you guys?
We're
Oh,
both fighters, I think.
Okay.
That's the only advice for me, just to not get eaten.
You said you turned into a fish.
The pond, I turned back to this as soon as I was done.
Dragons eat fish.
Apparently not just fish. But okay.
No, definitely not fish. He's eating cow, so he'll eat you too anyway. But just don't get eaten. Fish are easy for dragons to eat. They're much smaller.
Growth of the beastie
Anyway,
for this
to
game.
answer your question, I'm sorry, I didn't catch any of your names.
Archibald, Kyle, Pockets.
You can call me Archie if you want.
Isn't it Ronan? Just DM question.
What?
You called Ronan Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I'm sorry. Ronan.
It's fine. Ronan's just gonna shift over gently so that the sunlight coming in through the window behind the boss is just gleams off his armor just perfectly. And he's gonna be like, that's Ronan's Silverlands.
I see. I apologize. My dad is texting me, and apparently it rings through even when my phone is silenced. My father's on my list. Anyway.
I mean, what's the bounty on him? We can take him. We can go after him.
Yeah,
and
I'll
when we're
have,
done with
I'll
the
have
baby
no
dragon.
calls about this.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fine.
To answer your question, Ronan, my suggestion is, I don't know, maybe go look into a ranger, who might be better equipped than a fighter to handle, wrangling a dragon. You could also maybe consider picking up a wizard, maybe some trickery from a magician. It just depends on what your tactics are here.
How
I
long would we have to carry the wizard for?
Hopefully not at all.
Wait, did
I'm
you think Ben to
He looks at
physically
you,
carry-
like, waiting for you to get it, and sees that you're not... Wait, do you want to roll for it? Okay. Sees that you're not getting it and goes, I'm saying you should go find a ranger to join your party. I said, is that a 1?
That's the one. That was my honest to God roll.
No. And he lays it
These
out plain for
man.
you and
Oh,
says,
no.
I'm saying that you should go find a ranger to join your party.
Right.
You don't
okay.
have to carry
That's
them. Unless you really want
Okay.
to, but, you know, depending on who you're picking up might be kind of difficult.
Right. Got it. Best judgment
That's right.
on the picking up. Thank you. Good
That's right.
advice.
My
Good
strength is my
advice.
dump stat. Shit.
Right. I think we're okay. We're good. Thank you for your time, sir. We'll be on our way.
Also, like, just to re-clarify, we don't have to kill it. We can just relocate it, and that'll can be considered done.
You can kill it if you can relocate it and, you know, can verify that you have done so. Yeah, you get paid either way. But you do have to take
Okay.
care of the dragon that's eating this farmer's cows, because eventually it will run out of cows.
Right. Awesome. Thank you. Stellar. Nice armor. I'm gonna get going now. It's very nice, very efficient.
As they're heading down the stairs and leaving the office, Ronan absolutely goes like, all right, so where are we going to find a really light wizard?
I don't know, man. Like, aren't they usually pretty wispy?
I don't know. I don't want to, you know,
I know,
I don't know if there's
90%
like a
cloak.
place where we could go to find light wizards, like if that's a thing. Not like light wizards, like light wizards.
Hmm.
Maybe we could go find like a strong ranger that'll help me carry him.
Why don't we go for the ranger first then? So we'll have everyone ready to carry the wizard.
Okay. I think this conversation continues on down to the bar.
But before we get the ranger, I gotta see a man about a horse. And I mean that literally.
Yeah,
I gotta see a person about a horse.
you go do that. I think I'm gonna stay here and have a drink. Pockets, you want a drink?
I would love a drink.
Awesome, you're paying. We can talk about where we're gonna find people too.
Neat.
While you guys do that, while you split up and have your conversation, Kristen, I'm so sorry, having a meltdown because Ronan broke Kristen.
I mean, it was originally as simple as Pockets having all of the money, but you know,
I
don't think
Pockets
I
did
don't
stuff it into their leg pocket, to be fair.
think
Sorry.
Ronan.
I started laughing, which caused me to start coughing, which then just a bad series of events just happened.
Are you okay?
I am okay.
Okay. I was gonna ask. I don't know how much of the description you got from the last episode. I know you said you had watched it. You are in an octagonal room. There's a bar, and there are some like tables and fluffy chairs that are very clearly animal furs, as wrappings and leathers and things like that. Kind of as a common room downstairs, and there's some outside rooms as well in this octagonal building. Where do you think your character would be right now?
Probably sitting at a table drinking something.
Okay.
Probably just having a drink.
And would you describe your character for us and tell us a little about the player that's behind them?
Sorry, that was rude.
Little
My
ominous cackle.
character is very tiny. She is 4'9". We're thinking Hobbit here. Very tiny. Very like half elf kind. Very slightly pointy ears. A mop of just white curls on her head. We're talking Betty White style here. Just short hair, curly. She is very old. She walks. She's kind of graceful even though she looks very old, she moves fairly quickly. She's got a little bit of a waddle to her when she walks. And she has a scar over her left eye that people kind of notice. It's very distinct scar that just kind of runs across her forehead and down towards her eye. Wearing very simple, pants, a tunic. You do see that she has a cast iron skillet strapped to her back. There's like a handle on one side and then like a little like graspy handle on the bottom. That like rope is tied to the handle and then to the other handle on the front. She has bow and arrow, you can see that. And this is Buttermilk being played by food influencer Paula Dang, who was a chef at one point in her life and decided to start making cooking videos on the interwebs and became a very big cooking influencer with her southern charm.
Very nice.
She's a ranger, and she's just chilling, hanging out in the common area, drinking a drink.
Okay, very cool. Alright, so what do we want to do first? We want to do smalls? Trying to buy
I want to hit the bottom of those stairs and loudly decree, when are we going to find a ranger in time for this? That's what I want to do. I don't know if that's what's going to happen.
Paula Dang Buttermilk is a ranger, correct?
Yes, Buttermilk is
that's
a ranger.
what I recalled.
She has very good hearing and a great sense of smell.
These people have been riding horses all day. They smell terrible.
Very well.
That's just my natural partly horse musk, thank you very much. It's called mane and tail.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry. I don't know why I'm like this today.
Chaos. I expect nothing less.
It's what we live by.
But reaching the bottom of the stairs, Archibald going, so I'm going to go see that man I need to go see a man about a horse, and I mean that literally. But I will join you afterwards, if you can wait at the bar for a little bit.
Yeah, go get that horse, boss.
I'm going to need those coins.
Right. How many?
I don't know. You want to, like...
You know what?
Doesn't exactly split it in 3 ways.
I'll extract what I know is a drinking fee and give you the rest. How's that?
Super. Hopefully it's not terribly much to go and buy this horse and figure out lodging and care and all that. I won't be long.
So, Pockets is going to withdraw about 8 coins and then give the rest of the satchel over to Archie.
If I use anything over my portion, I will hand it over on the next job, which looks like we're just going to be able to do it again. Easy bank.
And then Ronan receives 4 shiny gold coins.
I mean, Ronan is has already sized up which seat is going to be the best combination of light and like wind, like crosswind in the bar, and it has claimed that seat.
Okay, so
Instagram sensation.
While Pockets was busy with Archie, Ronan found his seat, and Pockets just turned and tried to offer said coins, and met air, and then looked. Right. Okay, so Pockets is going to head that way. Place the coins on the table because that was their task. And they're going to go to the bar.
Okay, and I think somebody is behind you or something.
Yeah.
Move by where you're hurting there.
Hold, please.
No worries. We're gonna go to Smalls, as Smalls goes to talk to the horse manager.
Okay, so Reginald was put away so we could go and turn in our quest. But Archie is back almost immediately after having done so, and is just looking for the person who is probably in charge of these magnificent creatures. Uh, and looking to see if there's any like as he's looking around to try and find the person to talk to, the anxiety of the actual human behind Archibald starts to creep in and starts to look for any sort of paperwork up on the walls, any posters like, "Hey, if you like one of our horses, consider purchasing for this much gold."
There's not really anything like that, unfortunately. It's a stable. They're not really advertising there so much.
Okay. So then with a very, very mumbly curse, damn it, begin searching for actual like person to speak to about the matter.
And you find them fairly easily. There's a couple of stable hands, and then somebody who clearly looks like they're giving out tasks and assignments to those stable hands. That is a very tall orcish woman. She's got her hair pulled back in a little like top knot like that, and the sides of her head are shaved. And she's very much what one would call a muscle mummy. She is very physically fit. She's got a lot of visible muscles. She's wearing no.
Oh no.
You can describe her however you want, but the minute you said that phrase, my brain is just picturing a Bria Iyengar.
Okay, I'm cool with that. A slightly more tusks
Keep
than
making this
a
harder
Bria,
on me.
though. But yeah, no, very much a physically well built person. Giving out tasks like to muck out stalls and go clean out the trough and stuff like that.
The anxiety is very quickly spiked up because that woman is gorgeous and looks like they could break me like a glow stick. And I'm not sure if I'm into that, but it's leaning a certain way. Like, you see him. Starts at a march and is like, "No, this is too aggressive. This is too aggressive. You're a pretty unicorn man. Act like it." And tries to maintain a semi-casual walking pace, but the hooves are still clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
She turns around, hearing the clip clop, and is expecting to see a horse getting turned in, and then looking eye level, because most of the horses would be, about her height. She's probably about 6 feet tall, roughly speaking.
Oh, rad!
She then
I'm 6 foot.
Looks down and sees you.
Hi. Good afternoon. I think it's afternoon.
It is. You're correct.
Hi. My name's Archibald Butert. And I had a small question about one of your steeds. One of the ones that we just brought back from a quest. Name drop. That we just brought back from a quest. The big black one over there, the really majestic fellow over there.
Mm-hmm.
This might be presumptuous of me to ask, and he keeps fluctuating between eye contact and the floor. Be presumptuous of me to ask, but say me and the horse I rented for a quest bonded. Could I potentially purchase Reginald? That's my personal horse.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Which horse?
Oh, Reginald. Him. Points immediately to Reginald, who probably looks up like, "Father."
Oh yeah. So you definitely can purchase them. I will say, he's one of the pricier ones.
Okay. How pricey?
3,000 gold.
This noise somewhere between a squeak and a deflating balloon leaves him. And he's like, oh my word, that is so much more than I was ready for, but totally makes sense. He's a very fine horse.
That's honestly on the low end of how much a horse of that breed would go for.
Oh,
But he's been with us a number of
see.
years, so he's not the youngest horse. He's not the oldest either, but he definitely
I see.
he would be expensive to replace, so we'd have to charge what it would cost to get somebody else in the same range of. I can put a hold on him so that he doesn't get sold to anybody else if you'd like to save up.
Oh, yes, please. I'd like that a lot.
We do need to, do paperwork to just put in writing that you are planning on purchasing the horse, if that is the case, and put an end date on that if you do not wind up purchasing the horse by that date.
Okay. How much time do you usually allot for someone to save up that much?
Usually a month.
A month.
Just, holds, we usually don't go more than a month for holds. You can always renew the hold.
Really?
Yeah. If you're getting close to the end of the month and you don't have the money for it, you can do that. You could also start making payments towards it if that's easier for you, if you don't want to carry that much cash around.
Yes, all this sounds fabulous. Do I have to come back at a different date to fill out the paperwork? Do you have it ready,
we can do it
now?
Let me wash my hands really quick. I've got, manure on my hands.
Oh, of course. Once your hands are washed, I would love to shake them and
She's already walked away to go wash her hands off.
and get your name if I could. Okay, I'll wait.
She comes back a minute later and goes, great, let's go fill out that paperwork.
Yes, please.
And she leads you to a small office. It's basically like a closet that they've rehashed into a small office space. They don't use it a ton. It's very clear that there's like dust on a lot of the shelves and stuff. It is something they use as a last resort and don't spend a lot of time in there. And she ruffles around in a drawer and pulls out some paperwork for you, starts scribbling down an end date, and says, great, here's your paperwork. Go ahead and
awesome. Thank you.
Read over the terms and conditions and sign.
Oh, yes, of course. And he is going to read the entire terms of service.
Yeah, and it's basically what she laid out. There's nothing shifty in it. It's pretty straightforward. You agree to pay for the horse by end date blank. It does put in an end date that is in the world. It's not like September or something. It's something that is in the world itself. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you understand that it is roughly, I think it's 25 days, if I remember correctly, because I'm doing 13 months. Fuck the Roman calendar.
Heck yeah.
Here's personal beef. This is out of character. The people who made the Roman calendar were like, 12 months, great, we'll just toggle 30 and 31 days. If they had 13 months, we would have the same number of days in every month. And we would only need a leap year every 13 years. And I'm mad about it.
I think you meant to say out of game, because anyone who's ever met you would say that was very much in character.
Very much in character for me. But that was not a character saying it. So, but yeah, so I have beef with the Roman calendar. Anyway, so yeah, it details that you have 25 days to return with the cost of the horse, which is listed as 3,000 gold. And it can be renewed if new paperwork is signed to extend it. Nothing too crazy on there.
Fantastic. Terms read. There is his name in beautiful cursive. The A is much bigger than the rest of the signature, and it's very swoopy. Ends it with a little heart at the last letter because cute heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. And he goes, "All right, that's all done," and just hands it back. Assumingly, just hands it back to her.
Yeah, and she puts it in a file on the back that's actually like rather than putting it back in a drawer, she puts it in a file that's on top of the desk that says open agreements.
Is anyone curiosity? And if you're not at liberty to discuss this, I totally get it. But is anyone else like shooting their shot for him? Live
For
competition?
the horse?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't encourage people to usually hit on our horses.
I meant for purchasing him.
Oh, yeah, no, I think somebody bought one of our bay mares the other day, but not really that one. He's more pricey, so, it's not as cost effective,
Good.
and then, you still have to consider once you buy the horse, you have to buy the bridle, the saddle, the place to keep it,
Mhm.
so do keep those in mind, because you will need to, then house and feed your horse on your own.
Of course. But baby steps. Baby steps. I'll let you get back to it then. Because
Okay.
I gotta get back to earning money.
Sure. If you ever have any
purchase.
questions, just, come on down.
And I never caught your name. Could I know it,
My name is Lilia.
please? Lilia, pleasure to meet you. You're a delightful lady. You take very good care of these animals. Thank you.
Of course. And she leads you out, closes the door behind her, locks it, and goes back to her job.
And I'm gonna make my way back inside the guild hall, but I'm gonna stop and pay Reginald a visit, pet his nose, go, "It's happening. It started. I started the process. It's gonna happen." I'm just gonna,
Oh,
we're just
and
gonna like
I
nuzzle
totally
noses.
forgot to ask, did you want to put any money towards the horse in prepayment, or do you just want to hang on to what you have for
I
now?
do, but let me do some quick math here to not be a jackass.
I know you had given some
Uh,
gold to the other two to hold on to, so I know you have less than
I would like
100.
So
I would like to
8
put
minus 100. Yeah.
I would like to put like 30 gold towards him right now, which
Okay.
is basically my entire share of that 100.
Okay.
Uh, so that'll be the portion he puts down today.
Okay.
He's like,
Sounds
I don't
good.
need to eat. There's a horse I need to get.
Buddy.
I don't need food. But puts down the 30, which leaves us with which would leave us with a full 70 minus whatever was taken for the drinks.
Yeah.
So probably roughly around like 65, 60 on the higher end. If I
Okay.
had the adventure, I guess.
Cool. I have it in my notes
Um,
what you paid.
and I'm gonna again still do the full nuzzles on the nose with Reginald. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I put down money. I signed paperwork. It's gonna happen, buddy.
The
And
horse is doing a happy jig. Doesn't know what's happening, but is happy.
he gets the scritches
Happy.
behind the ear, like on pets on the neck. And Archibald will skip out of that stable back into the guild hall. Full skip.
Okay, and actually, let's pause there for our 15-minute bathroom break because it is 9 o'clock.
Great.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Brandy from now on. Yes. On
Hello,
brand.
we are back. Okay.
Hello.
So, picking up where we left off, Archibald can return to back inside to friends who have picked a very picturesque table, courtesy of Ronan. They scoped the place out and
Cute.
picked the best lighting and the best breeze. And our dear Paula Dang, playing as Buttermilk, has overheard them shouting about, man, where would we ever find a ranger? Oh,
Yeah?
you were muted there. Go ahead and say that again.
Oh, sorry. Did you say you needed a ranger?
Yes. In fact,
Sugar, I'm Buttermilk. And you are?
I'm Pockets, ma'am, and this is Ronan.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So what y'all need a ranger for?
I feel like that's a good time for Archibald to come skipping in, all Kojo and Big Eye.
Well, we ran into a baby dragon earlier today,
A
and
dragon?
yeah, and it had
Oh, good.
like fresh out of the egg feathers coming out of the wings and things.
You don't say.
I do say, and uh, may have almost gotten eaten myself because I left before I looked.
Sugar, bless your heart.
Yeah, and Pockets shows off their claws, how rounded off they are. Um, so making a note, not doing that again. Uh, but fairly young. May have gotten away from its nest, maybe not. It could be in that solitary, I don't need nobody stage. I don't know yet. Um, but basically, it's eaten a bunch of cattle, and that's problematic. And of course, the leader of our group uh, doesn't want to kill the dragon. Me personally, I don't want to kill the dragon either. And I don't think we're high enough level to take on a dragon. Granted, it is a baby still, but it's still not. No. So we're thinking relocating it, and we'll still get paid as long as the dragon's not being a pest. So we figured, you know, rangers have like animal handling stuff and things, and maybe we'll get some headway that way.
Interesting. Why don't you want to kill it?
Well,
Second scene.
I mean, uh, you ever look at a bobcat and think,
They're
"Oh,
delicious.
they're you've eaten them."
Yeah, out in the woods sometimes. It just happens.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's fair. Well, uh, I think part like deep down we thought it was like too cute to, you know.
That's understandable. They're cute as a button, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So yeah, that's our story.
We're gonna need to get more jobs, guys.
We do need to get more jobs. Oh, you're back from.
Yeah.
How was it?
Great. He's super expensive though. We're gonna need. At least I'm gonna need to work a lot.
Like
3,000 gold.
Oh,
I mean, it makes sense. Reggie's majestic as fuck.
fair. Very fair.
And that's not including like putting him up and yada 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 horse stuff. Hi, I'm Archie.
Oh, sugar. My name's Buttermilk.
You.
It is a pleasure.
So what class are you?
I'm a ranger, sweetheart. What are you?
I'm a naturalist.
Oh, look at you. You just put her as Peach, aren't you? Yes, you
Hey,
are.
I'm a pet.
I need a real quick roll from Paula Dang here. Paula Dang, are you looking at this unicorn man trying to figure out how edible he is?
That's a 17. I'm gonna assume that's a yes.
Yeah. I was more asking what the answer was and if you were trying to hide it. Is the 17 hiding it or the answer to that
The
question?
17 is hiding it. But mentally, yes. She is trying to figure out the best recipe for this man.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Should I roll for am I in danger?
No.
Like that was so high, but
PvP is not allowed. You are not in danger in this game. That's
he's also writing
the system does not allow PvP, I should say.
he's also writing the high of like I'm gonna get this horse, so I'm probably not noticing dick.
Okay, so you guys have now attracted a ranger to your party. Did you want to do anything else while you were here at your guild HQ?
So the nice part is, oh, before I forget, and he's gonna hand the bag of coins back to Pockets. Because I only took out what would have been my portion. I only took out 30. The rest can be split between you two. Dividing 100 3 ways doesn't exactly go swimmingly, but and again you see the anxiety creeping into his eyes, and he's like, and if I accidentally overtook, you can take from my next job portion.
Hayes, I don't think we can hear you if you're saying stuff.
Hayes, if you are talking, cannot hear you.
Miss Janie. My cat has come to visit.
Oh, Janie.
Are you
Hayes,
leaving? Janie Bird. The cat is no longer to be seen.
Oh, it is too hot for Sith Lord Smalls. Holy shit!
I don't know.
Fucking baseboard heat, destroying my ability to look cool.
Anyway, did you guys want to have a conversation while Hayes tries to figure out their headphone situation?
Yeah.
How you
So
doing there,
obviously
Ronan?
you've met Pockets and Ronan, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. And screenshot. Ronan, I'll send that to you later. The light hit perfect for that like split second.
Ronan kind of like turns, but like manages to shrug his shoulder in just a way that's just like a tiny little hair flip, and it kind of looks like a ripple of like frozen water. It's just, you know, obscenely pretty, and probably shouldn't.
Screenshot.
No man should be that pretty.
Screenshot.
All of the
I don't think there's a way to screenshot in the game. I
Dang
think
it.
we made that canon that we can't take pictures with the journals or anything.
Oh, dang it, that's right. I forgot. I'm sorry. Hayes, no!
I think they're trying to figure out what's going on.
So how does Ranger work? Is like, do you have a specialty or something? Because like I've played some games where like I've played a Ranger, but like how's it different in this?
You've got different paths you can go on. I definitely went more kind of tracker hunter type of array to go. I've got different skills that kind of let me track my prey, get a little hunting going. Definitely feeling right at home, you know, with my southern roots.
Oh, word. I'll be real with you. I'm a city kid, so that's awesome. Have you ever taken on like a quest like this before? Like, or is this like your first? Or
Uh, Good question.
Test 1 2.
Yay!
got him back?
Okay. Yay, technical marvels. What did I
Yeah.
miss?
Oh, they were just having some quick conversation while you were doing stuff.
Just making small talk.
I love it.
Well done.
Yeah, it's a wonder I
So,
can sometimes.
So what's our plan?
Question:
Right.
What is your plan?
That's the neat part. I don't think we have one yet. Oh, that's what this is for.
Not an official one. Pockets is dividing 30 gold, by the way.
Well,
Oh no. 30 was the portion I took. There should be like 70 left.
Correct.
Minus whatever you paid for drinks.
Yeah. We'll divide.
But the biggest thing is I don't want to kill it. It's just a baby, and it's just doing what wild animals kind of do, and I can't fault it for that.
35 each. Got it.
no,
Right.
but I mean, like, Archibald, the kind of control you're attempting simply isn't possible. If there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us, it's that life will not be contained. Like, it breaks free, it expands to new territories, crashes through barriers painfully, maybe even dangerously, but, well,
Are
there it
you?
is.
Are you? Kind of
I'm
narrows his eyes.
simply
That
saying
Alice narrows his eyes. Ronan, like,
that life finds a way.
I knew it.
And I would love to cast Valiant Soliloquy, where everybody gets a free reroll that lasts until the end of our next scene.
Do you have to? Actually, I should know that. Do you have to roll for that?
No, I spend 2 AP.
You have spent 2 AP. You all have
I've
one
spent
free
2 AP.
reroll.
Until the end of our next scene.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Dude, I was waiting for an opening. Just one. And we got close enough, and I was like, alright, I'm taking it. Let's just go.
Amazing.
Oh
Amazing.
Archie still has those narrowed eyes, like, you mother.
He has not read the book, but he has watched that movie.
Oh yeah.
Religiously.
Very different
would
endings.
suspect.
Not that he knows that.
Nope.
Well, Buttermilk, you've done actual hunting, right? Like, if you wanted to just relocate something instead of, like, kill it, what would be the best way to do that?
I don't think she knows.
I mean, like, when I have to take my cat to the vet, I, like, put it in a box. And then I carry, actually, it's a backpack with, like, a bubble. And then, like, I put treats in there, and then I pick the cat up, and then I drop the cat in, and I zip it, and then we go for a walk.
Oh, that's so cute.
Wow,
So then,
that's
like,
cute, honey.
that's
This
how
is
we-
a dragon. We can't just put a dragon in a box.
Why not?
If we had a
Just need
wizard,
big
we might
enough
be able
box.
to.
Do you have a big enough box for a dragon? Because I
I
don't
don't have-
have a box big enough for a dragon.
I don't have any box for a dragon, so we just have to go get one. And while we're getting one, we might as well get one that's big enough.
Does this game have a
fit the
looking for
dragon.
group thing? Or looking for player thing.
Say what?
Does this... That's Archibald actually thinking out loud, like, does this game have, like, a looking for group thing?
That is a good question.
Because I feel like a wizard should be able to make a box big enough for a baby dragon.
Or if we have a wizard that can shrink and expand a creature.
Do they have hamster balls in this world?
I don't know.
That would be amazing if they
Yeah,
did.
we're dragging in a hamster ball. That'd be funny.
Dragon Ball.
Or that should be Plan Z then. Or the
Super plan.
I'm just saying. So
She's dead.
Cheney! Cheney's here to judge me!
He doesn't know how she
Hi,
got here.
Cheney.
Pause for Cheney.
This is my cat, Janie.
Pause for
She
Cheney.
is the least snuggliest cat I have ever had, but she's putting up with me at the moment because she doesn't know how to get down.
She's trying to figure it out, though.
She
Keep
is.
it right.
She'll get there. Probably.
It's like that
squeaking
white
at
lady
me.
with numbers
Wait.
superimposed
Look at this.
meme.
Look at the screen.
Hello.
Hi, Kitty.
Hello.
She's
Small
named after
cat.
Lon Chaney. She's got a
Aw.
little werewolf on her forehead.
Aw.
Yeah.
She got ears. She got
Ah,
two faces.
woo.
She says,
Ah,
how did I
woo,
get
woo, woo,
here?
woo.
How did I get here?
This is not my beautiful house.
Dada.
This is not my beautiful life. Cheney's apparently a big fan of the Talking Heads.
She's gone.
So Ronan says, I mean, we could do it like that other scene in Jurassic Park where they dangle the cow from the crane, like to
And just
feed
let
the raptors, but we could just like use it like a fishing lure,
Ooh.
like try to.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Get
turn
the
me into a
dragon to
cow and I'll be the
follow it.
bait. Yeah.
No, you're
I
not
can turn-
allowed to get eaten. No, boss said you're not allowed to get eaten.
I'm not gonna get eaten. I fully trust you guys to pull me out in time. And if not, I'll just respawn and come group up with you guys later.
I mean,
In
look, I'm
theory.
not. He very specifically said don't get eaten, so maybe it's like an extra like a bonus objective.
That could be more money.
Like we only get like the S rating if we hit all the secret objectives. And not getting eaten is like one of the quest parameters.
like-
It's like not on the quest.
But also, hear me out. I can also transform more than once in a day as long as I have the AP for it. So if it gets too dicey, I can transform into something small and scurry my butt out of there.
You're gonna Pinocchio it?
I can try. Wait, Pinocchio?
Yeah, when Pinocchio and Geppetto, like when they get swallowed by the whale and they have to do the
Oh,
Oh,
No.
the thing to get out of there, and like they make the whale like cough and stuff, and
I was more thinking Honor Among Thieves. Like, just transform as I go to escape.
got it.
I'm volunteering as tribute is the end of the sentence.
You're not allowed to get eaten. Besides,
Oh,
if
and-
you want to buy that horse, you're gonna need all the money, and if it's gonna affect our quest ranking, then like you don't want to harsh the multiplier any, right?
Yeah. There's also you know what? I'll get that cow leg out of the pond. Perfect. Done.
Yeah, the cow leg was definitely on the fresher side of things, as opposed to the wolf, which was definitely decaying.
That was a carcass.
So do we need to go talk to the rangers to see if there's a place to relocate him to?
Can't hurt.
I'm on board with that one. So we could head to the Rangers Guild, double check them.
They may know where we can relocate one.
Or maybe they've got like a TNR dragon, like program.
Maybe.
It wouldn't hurt to check.
Worst case, it unlocks that part of the map, so we know where it is now. Which could
That's
only help you. He points to Buttermilk.
Of course.
Have you been to the guild yet?
Guide, can I roll to see if she's done that yet?
Sure, go for
day
it.
3. I feel like she would have, but got an 11.
Okay, well, 11 is technically a positive. So I would say that yes, you know where it is. You've been in. You could have signed up if you wanted to. It's free admission, but you probably haven't done too many quests with them. Is what I'm gonna guess.
Okay. Well, where it's at, I can show you. We can go there and ask.
I'm
I'm
game
up.
too.
Great, let's go.
All right then. Come on, follow me.
And actually,
quick clap,
like
quick clap.
the Monster Hunter Guild, the Ranger Guild is actually in the same area outside of the city. They're not technically in the city. The city has a couple of outposts that you can go to, but the Ranger Guild itself is nestled in a small mountain range at the base of the very tall mountains that you had seen in the distance in our main campaign. And it is a very picturesque thing nestled there in the stones of the mountains.
That's cool.
Did you guys go and get your horses before you go?
Yes.
I could try again with Hidalgo, maybe.
Reginald, come to me, my darling, my friend, my soulmate.
I got a 20 this time. Yes!
Hidalgo now loves you. Hidalgo's like, okay, I wasn't sure about you, but you came back. I like you. Cool.
You came back for me. Oh.
How you
Yes!
doing, Ronan?
Validation.
15.
Okay. Your horse thinks you're okay. He likes you well enough. What kind of horse would Buttermilk pick out?
Oh, a pony.
Okay.
That or a donkey. Either one. Because
So
she's
small.
small. So she's going to go with something small. She's going to go pony or donkey.
Okay. Either way is fine with me. Do you have any, like, particular, like, color you think she'd pick out or anything like that?
Go with more like the light brown, kind of grayish color is what she would go with. That's a little gray with like shaggy brown,
Mousy brown.
Very cool.
like a mousy brown. There
And would
go,
you like to
mousy
roll
brown.
to see how much your horse likes you? Or would you like to leave it
Yes.
up to the fates?
No, I'm gonna roll. We're gonna check this out. This horse hates me because that was a 4.
I mean, it's better. I think somebody had a natural 1 last time, so, okay. So your horse
Mal and I
is
have, like,
so
12 and
uninterested
13.
in you. Does not give a shit. But allows you to ride it because we do need to ride the horses. But has no interest in getting to know you. You could offer this horse a sugar cube and it would bite you instead of the sugar cube.
Oh, what a diva. They're a Rachel Ray fan.
Very mildly annoyed that I'm sitting on them with my heavy cast iron skillet to my back.
Yeah. And you
Or
lead the
maybe
way
a Bobby
over
Flay.
to the Rangers Guild. Please bear in mind you do have a free reroll through the end of this scene.
Oh, I do.
So if you would like to use it now on your horse.
I'm gonna re-roll for my horse. I forgot about that.
Let's go.
15!
Yay! Your horse likes you. The horse now would take the sugar cube for sure.
At least we would take the sugar cube, but not the
Wary.
finger.
Yes. But you lead the way to the Rangers Guild, and there's quite a few people bustling around. It's very woodsy looking, a lot more natural looking than the Monster Hunter Guild, and everything inside is a little bit more earthy and ecologically friendly. It's very clear that this building, despite being made of the it's a building. It's not something that's normally found in nature, but it's very much a building that they have planned out to be. Cheney, what the hell are you doing? I'm sorry, she's attacking a wall in the hallway. It's very much planned out to be very environmentally impactless. They've made it very natural looking. They've created places in the building for like birds to roost and things like that, and some of the posts are still living plants, or they've made places for the plants to simply grow through the roof so that it didn't kill a tree kind of thing. It's a very friendly to the environment building.
Archie's like, I picked the wrong class. Now we'll roll with it. In the original Penny's back.
Here we are.
Okay.
Oh, this is cool. That's nice.
This is straight out of Lord of the Rings. Dang.
I would live here. I would live here in a heartbeat. This is so cool.
Yeah. Definitely should have been a ranger.
Buttermilk gets off of her horse and then starts making her way inside.
Yeah, park
She's
park
wobbling.
ready for the carrot.
She's moving quick, but she's got a little side to side waddle about her.
Amazing.
Archie almost offers his arm to her and is like, nope, don't do that. He's like, oh, you're supposed to help old ladies walk across the street. No!
As you guys go in, you see a lot of people, as well as just straight up animals. A lot of these people kind of have like familiar companion type things, because that is a thing that rangers can have. They can have animal companions, as I recall. So it's a lot of. It feels like if you walked into a Pokemon building and everybody had a Pokemon out with them, just hanging out in like a common room. And it's not too different vibe-wise from the Monster Hunter Guild, but it definitely is more tea than coffee in terms of vibes.
This is cool.
I definitely picked the wrong class.
We're all having buyer's remorse. It's fine.
Just like,
Right.
leans down to Buttermilk like, so do you know anybody here?
Only the person that like I met the first time I came here, but we can go up to there and ask. See what they have to say. They're pretty chill about things here.
I like chill.
Go up to. Is there like a desk?
In this one, you don't see a desk that's out in the open. They do have like a little like bar of tea packets and things like that you can grab from that are provided by the guild, with a nice little plaque over it that says "For guild members only." Please don't feed your pets the tea. It may not be safe for them. That kind of thing.
Oh, I love it here. Yay.
But there's a bunch of people just out in the open, people having conversations and the like, so you could try to ask somebody here. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like visible hierarchy that you can see.
Is there anybody who's familiar as like a pseudo or fairy dragon?
That is a nope. Most dragons would be fairly large, at least as far as you can recall, having given them information on dragons back in the day. But it doesn't appear that anybody here has any dragon-like companion.
Ears are just gonna go on the swivel to see if he hears anyone talking about it.
Nobody would likely be talking about it because this dragon has only been in the area for about 2 weeks. And it's been eating nothing but cows, so there probably wouldn't have been a lot that they would have noticed.
Right, so I guess we're gonna have to find a head honcho the old-fashioned way, is asking questions.
What, just like go up to somebody and just start?
Sugar, how you start conversation? She's gonna like waddle, kind of just like kind of look around and just go up to like the first ranger-looking one that she sees.
The first ranger-looking one in the Ranger
Ranger
Guild?
Yeah, sorry.
Go for the one in the corner smoking the pipe, full Aragorn in the inn.
I want the shady one.
That's a ranger, right? That's a ranger?
There are no shady ones. I rolled a 3. I'm so sorry.
Aww.
They all look
Wow.
really friendly. They're all kind of in conversation with one another, so you would essentially have to introduce yourself to another party and see if they could offer you any information.
The noise actually leaves him.
Pockets could try.
Ronan, you're good at this. Can you try?
What am I trying?
To find the head of the Rangers Guild.
Looking for information, so we could probably just ask anybody, right?
Yeah, Ronan turns to the first ranger walking by. Excuse me, can you direct me to the head of the Rangers Guild?
Oh, yeah, you're gonna go around the corner over there. You gotta go past the bathrooms, and there's an office at the end of the hallway.
Great, thanks so much.
I love you, buddy.
This person gives you a look up and down. By the way, like, fully, like, checks Ronan out.
Yeah, Ronan has no idea what flavor of checking out is happening, if it is threatened or whatever, but he gives his head, like, just kind of a little toss to do the hair shimmer thing again. Just kind of, like, as he turns, just to give it a little bit extra flair.
The person goes, huh, and then walks away.
Right, so it's down the hall? Okay.
Archie's taking up the caboose of this. He's like, no, don't make me do this.
This cat is
I was so brave with that bear. Please don't make me do that.
So, you guys now know where to find the office if you want to approach the leader of the guild, who's down the hallway. The door is closed to the said office.
That's weird.
I knock on the door.
You hear, come in.
Sugar, and I walk in.
You
Everybody
have
else
not
follow
met
me.
this person before, and they look up at you guys, very confused, and says, how can I help you?
I asked it last night. What do you two do this? What do you guys do this?
We have a relocation question. There is a fledgling dragon to the south of here on a ranch, next door ranch, and given the youth of the dragon, we don't feel morally right killing it, so we're hoping maybe there is a relocation possibility that your guild could have the ability for.
Do you know what kind of dragon it is? And she, the guild leader is a woman, and she starts rifling through a drawer and pulls out what looks to be a book about different kinds of dragons.
Now I'm at the desk.
Well, let's see. It had a long neck. It had feathers. Big eyes. Huge eyes. Biggest.
It was fluffy.
Beak or teeth?
Teeth,
Okay.
I think.
And she starts thumbing through. You see pages slipping past that she doesn't stop on. But it's very nicely illustrated. It's very clearly like an old guide that's been handwritten. It's very calligraphic and been added to and notated and whatnot. It's
Well-
different handwriting, so it's very clearly not something that she's written all on her own. It's very much a guide that's been passed down.
It's very stealthy, if that helps. Like, there's no sound to its flight.
Okay. And she flips around and she's like, well, it could be this kind of dragon, or it could be this one. So there are several species of dragons in our area. Some are fairly small and some are fairly large. I'm assuming this is a larger one, otherwise it wouldn't be a threat to the ranch.
Yeah, it can eat whole cows.
Oh, okay.
And wolves.
Not well. It's a very messy eater, but
Dragons,
definitely.
depending on the species of dragons, they have different fastidious natures. There was only one, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that narrows it down to probably this one. So this kind of dragon is related to owls in nature. It's very much got the same like bone structure of the body, and similar, being able to fly quietly. But they are very much solitary meat eaters. They don't really socialize unless it's mating season. But normally they stay in the mountains. They don't usually come down the mountain. So if you could figure out a way to get it back up into the higher parts of the mountains, it probably wouldn't find its way back down. It would find something else to eat up there, especially if it's fairly young. But the longer you leave it at that range, the more used to eating those prey animals it will become. So if you don't do it soon, it will need to be either tamed or killed, because otherwise it would be a threat to wildlife. Well, not even wildlife, but our farming communities.
Just
Right.
real quick, Archie's gonna take a look at that page she stopped at and be like, "Is that one I did? Is that one of mine?"
This is not one that you know anything about. This is not a dragon that is on there.
Okay. He has an
But
internal moment
you
of,
do, however, see a fully fleshed out version of an adult dragon. It doesn't have a picture of the baby dragon. It has an adult dragon on there, and it's got the great horned owl, like, tufty ear things going on. But it does have a full mouth of teeth, and they are very, very prominent, very sharp looking teeth.
so again, the gambit of expressions to, ooh. Ooh.
You will also notice that it does not have the standard, like, dragon tail, which, like the whip, like, snake-ish tail or lizard tail. It has the owl tail instead.
Is it mostly leg under all that? Is it mostly leg?
Yeah, it's got 4 legs and 2 wings, but the wings are entirely feathered. The legs themselves are a little bit more like owl feet. But they don't do the feathers stop at this point. The feathers go all the way down to the claws.
Oh, nice. Could I roll anything to see if I can glean any information about, like, say, if its feathers are particularly valuable, or if it, like, drops
Sure.
scales or teeth?
Sure. What would you like to look for?
I'd like to look for if bits of it that would naturally fall off of it are considered like magical materials or considered valuable monetarily.
Okay. You do see that it does shed feathers fairly regularly. And they are not magical per se, but they are useful as either a trophy or like as crafting materials. Because they're larger feathers, they can be used for more impressive arrows or decorative things of that nature, so they are worth more than your average feather.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
From saving to exploiting. It's
Do
fine.
you guys want to ask her any questions?
If they shed them naturally, is it really exploitation if they're just there on the ground?
Okay, fair.
So, if we were gonna relocate this, what's the best way to do that, and where's the best place to put them?
If you could find somewhere that's got, like a pond or an active creek or river that it could find, because you want to give it a new food source so that it doesn't come back down. If you find a place in the mountains where you could lead it, where there is a natural water source, where prey animals would come to drink or something of that nature, that would be a good place to leave it. I'm not sure that there's a specific place I could show you on a map, but you're welcome to take a copy of the maps out front that are provided to our guild members if you'd like.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely would like to do that. But as far as the like, so say we find a place for it that has the access to a watering hole, what would be the best way to get it moved to that area? Would it be best to like find a way to contain it and then move it, or would it be better to try and like lure it, like carrot and stick style?
I'm not sure how you would contain a dragon of that size. I mean, even the babies are very large. My thinking is the best way would be to lead it somehow, if possible, or if you have a wizard, or could hire a wizard.
That was next on our list. Yeah. Um Also, at this age for this specific breed of dragon, is it capable of like speech or understanding speech?
This species of dragon cannot speak. They are not quite as sentient as some other species of dragon.
Okay.
Being solitary ones, it's just not something they've developed as a species, or seem to have any desire to do.
Oh, there's no one around to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like people.
Yeah. 1,000
Right.
yards there.
So, would our next logical step be a wizard's guild to find a skilled wizard, I guess?
Well, there's the Monster Hunters Guild down the way. They may have some wizards there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean,
We'll check that out.
We need to backtrack anyway.
All right, so wizard.
Go back to the Monster Hunters Guild.
Yeah, I think so.
Try and ping us a wizard.
Well, thank you for your time. You've been just a blessing.
Yes, thank you very much. Sorry, didn't properly introduce myself. I'm Archibald. Archibald Buthart.
Nice to meet you, Archibald. Are you a ranger?
No, I'm a naturalist.
Oh, well, that's a pity. I am the leader of our local branch of the Rangers Guild. My name is,
Varys,
Mayveris.
I like
And she, by the way, is an elf. I don't think I described her at all. She's a very, very woodsy looking elf. Brown hair, lots of freckles, She's kind of got a tan. The tips of her ears are a little bit sunburnt. She's very much somebody who has been out in the field. And she's wearing very plain clothes. She's not dressed up like Ronan is. Does not have that vibe.
Nobody has Ronan's vibe.
No. Ronan's too
Not
pretty.
a full one.
Class of his own. Thank you very much for all your help. It was lovely to meet you. Why is it a pity that I'm not a ranger?
Oh, well, Ranger Guild. We really only do membership for rangers.
Yeah. Ew.
No, I'm a ranger. My name's Buttermilk. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Buttermilk. What's your specialty?
Oh Lord. Of course you had to ask that one.
I did.
Don't have it.
I did have to ask.
I went hunter. Mainly hunter.
Okay, very good.
And we're fighters. If that matters.
It does matter. You both matter.
Oh.
So serious.
Well, it's nice to meet all of you. Yeah, so your friend Buttermilk is welcome to grab you guys copies of our mountain maps if you would like them.
Please, Buttermilk, please grab it.
Buttermilk will grab the maps.
And they are out front over by, there's a table set up for, flyers and stuff like that with maps on it that gives you maps of where the outposts are as well as maps for the mountains.
I will grab those maps.
So, do we want to, take these... Since we gotta go back to the Monster Hunters Guild anyway, do we want to look these over and see if we can find a suitable spot and, at the same time try looking for, a wizard or some form of caster?
I mean, yeah, that seems ideal. I mean, we don't know how wily this dragon is as young as it is. I mean, sure, it's going to be clumsy, but it's literally tough as nails.
Maybe tougher.
So, I don't know how to wrangle a dragon. Fairly sure none of us do. So we're gonna need to be as prepared as possible. Unfortunately,
sadly, it's not like there's any wives' tales about this one where it's like with vampires. If you just throw rice, they'll stop to count them all. If we had something like that, it might be a little easier, but we don't.
Well, apparently it likes barbecue, so...
You like barbecue?
Yeah, apparently Texas barbecue.
Oh, excuse me. Well...
Yeah, because don't they say Texas is all about the cow, but, Georgia's all about pig?
Mm. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that wrong? I'm a Yankee, I'm sorry.
Typically, that is correct. We do eat more pig here in Georgia than they do in Texas.
Why do I feel like you're mad at me for saying that?
Oh, I ain't mad at you, sugar. Hey. There are a lot of people that say Texas barbecue was better than Carolina barbecue, and, well, let's just
I like
say.
Korean barbecue. I eat that a lot.
Oh, Korean barbecue's fun, isn't it? Just a blast. You get to cook your food right there at the table.
I'm more of a hot sauce person than a barbecue sauce person.
That's valid.
Each their own, they say.
I tried, it was too sweet. I'm uncomfy. Let's get back to the Monster Hunters Guild to prepare.
Chaos.
I'm uncomfy. Let's leave this interaction immediately.
Well, I mean, Calgary barbecue's pretty good.
The Calgary?
Well, Albertan cattle is 3
Talking
AAA
about
grade.
can?
Oh yeah, I'm from Canada. Sorry.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, dude, we're like neighbors.
Oh, are we?
Canadians know how to do barbecue?
We
Thinking that
do.
was generally just an American thing here in the state.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's we do cattle wrestling in Calgary.
Like moose barbecue or like elk barbecue? What you barbecuing? Y'all got cows
Cow.
up there?
We have cows, yes,
Nah.
and pigs and hogs and
Hell, hogs is everywhere.
yeah, and I can't say we barbecue a lot of elk or reindeer or
But y'all got a lot of them up there, right? Nobody hunts them and just does a barbecue?
um people try to hunt moose, but it ends up going the other way. So
Can't Moose like dive down to where orcas live
yeah,
with a full shake of terror to his voice?
yeah,
And swim?
yeah, they can swim. Um Granted, orcas
It's amazing.
eat the moose. They're big enough, obviously, but um
Have you ever tried moose?
I
Who are you
did
asking?
once. It's a lot like venison.
Love venison.
Um though I
Reggie, Reggie, where are you? Save me,
Y'all
save me.
can change scenes whenever you're ready. I was waiting on y'all. But
the
I will
elder
say
catching.
we are approaching 10:15. Do we want to end things here with your venison conversation and then pick up when we arrive back at the Monster Hunter Guild next session?
Sure, why not?
Sounds wonderful. Works for me.
Alrighty. Well then, we will call it quits here. And I hope you guys all have a nice week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Yeah.
On the same Quest channel. Mwah! Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.